Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, and here I am bringing you the second set of matches from this week. This was the set that was most wanted by viewers commenting and sending me PMs from the last video I made last week. This is going to be STX versus Ace, so this should be a lot of fun. We're going to see a lot of mirror matchups. STX is setting out a pretty solid hardcore lineup. I'd say one of their top lineups in Calm, Washin, Cal, and Shuttle. So Calm, Washin, Cal is definitely their big three. And Air Force Ace is counting with GoRush, Ruby, Reach, and Dark Elf. So most of their top players as well. GoRush is probably their best Zerg. Ruby and Dark Elf are probably their top players, not in terms of any race. Certainly their top Terrans, and Reach / Anytime are going to be their top Protosses. But I don't expect to see two Protosses out very often for anyone. STX going with it here, but I think that's going to be pretty rare. This is going to be Calm and GoRush first set on Outsiders. So this is going to be a battle of MSL champions. We're going to have Calm in green at the 12 o'clock position and GoRush in orange at the 6 o'clock position. So on the one hand, we've got Calm, who is the most recent MSL winner in green. He is the 2009 Avalon MSL winner, doing very, very well this year, which is far different from the last couple MSL winners that we've had. 4GG and Luxury. 2 years ago, 4GG won the MSL, and he's been a complete flop pretty much ever since. He was doing okay for Oz, got traded to KT, and has just been so disappointing for KT. Unable to really back up Flash, not able to really do anything in Ace game, really not even getting a really solid win percentage. So that's really unfortunate for him. Luxury went through a pretty decent slump last season. He's looking better this year, so maybe we'll get to see him come back here, which would be awesome to see him come back. But Calm is not falling for it at all. I think he's something like 3-1 maybe, or approximately that so far this season. And we've got Calm actually going for a 9 pool here. So we're going to go for some aggression from Calm. And GoRush, also an MSL winner, is going with Overlord into pool. So this could be an overpool with, or overgas and then with the pool, which was a build that I believe was popularized last season in the first couple rounds, and don't know if it was a round in the Winners League. I forget what round it was, but on the map Battle Royale, which was just a complete Zerg haven, was the popular build was overgas with pool into expansion. And we're going to see something very, very similar to that from GoRush. Yeah, we're going to see the overgas with pool build, and from Calm we're going to see the 9 pool with gas. And now GoRush was the MSL champion from 2004, 5 years ago. So the game has changed a lot since then, but still he has that potential, he has that ability, as he's already proven. And last year when he started playing a lot for Air Force Ace, he was really responsible, along with Oversky and the resurgence of Reach. I'd say the three of them really made it so that way Ace could take some games. They did pretty darn well towards the end. I think in round 5 they won several games, which is very odd for them, very rare for them to win so many games, but they did, and they were doing very, very well. And I think he had a huge part to do with that. So I'm happy to see him. Oversky, of course, is left, so that leaves GoRush as the top Zerg. Sorry, Yellow, but until you win some games, can't really give you the top Zerg notch on Ace. And GoRush actually playing a little bit conservatively here, or possibly concerned over the timing of his pool, putting up a Sunken Colony inside of his mineral line, and I don't think he needed to do that. He should be able to have Zerglings out on time on that ramp, and yeah, they are there. Actually, Calm, if he wanted to go for it, if he was deciding to play aggressively towards the left there on that ramp, he might be able to actually slip in a Zergling or two, get a little bit of surround, because I think he has 8 Zerglings down there, and GoRush only has 4. So he should actually be able to slip up that ramp if he really wanted to. He's probably assuming, of course, that GoRush is going to be producing more, has more Zerglings right there than he really does, and Calm might not even have a vision on there. But it's kind of a missed opportunity here for Calm. I think he could definitely have pushed there if he understood the situation a little better, if he had a little bit more information. So that's a little bit of a missed opportunity for him. GoRush might be able to get another drone out of that, since he didn't produce those 3 eggs, didn't have Zerglings in them. I think he may have actually gotten a little bit of a singular drone advantage there. which, as we know in ZVZ, every little drone, everything matters here. And GoRush continuing to produce drones, so he's trying to get somewhat of an economic lead here, not even bothering with Zerglings. And if Calm was really aggressive here, he probably could do a lot of damage to GoRush. But it looks like Calm is going to play it conservatively, going to go 9-pole with gas into Lair and then a hatchery. But that hatchery is at his natural expansion, whereas GoRush is, while GoRush is also throwing up a second hatchery, he's going to keep that in base. So that's going to be easier for GoRush to defend, but at the same time, in a longer-term game, if this game should go longer, that means that Calm will at least have the potential to get a second gas up easier and quicker than GoRush. So that's something to watch out for. If this gets to maybe 12 minutes or so, something like that, you'll start to see the second extractor being thrown down, and that'll start to come into play. Maybe not even that long, maybe 10 minutes or so. You'll see that happen. But in terms of the first fight, in terms of the first Mutalisk fight, Scourge Micro, it's not going to be too big of a deal. Both of them are going to have approximately the same amount of larvae. Should have about the same build going on here too. It does look like Calm Spire was finished a little bit earlier, so he's going to be able to get Mutalisks or Scourge out first. We'll see. I don't know how big the difference was. He might have actually be able to get Scourge out and maybe do some damage to GoRush's Mutalisk. We'll see whether or not the timing is different enough. Yeah, actually no, I don't think he will. The Spire's already out, but it looks like actually, it looks like that's what Calm's going to do. Looking on the minimap, there's some high flyers, fast flyers. Yeah, those are Scourge. Scourge are going to try He's going to try and pick off the Mutalisk from GoRush. If he gets there in time, this could be a very quick game, folks. If Calm... Oh, no, GoRush is out in time. Now, how is GoRush's Mutalisk micro? If he's able to Okay, yeah, he's going to be okay here. Calm not going for it. But that was a case where the game could have actually been tilted heavily in Calm's favor very, very quickly. And Calm actually going for that second gas very, very quickly. My apologies. I thought he would wait longer to do that. But he wants that gas advantage now. He's going for it very, very quickly. A lot of times you'll see players wait a little bit longer on that, but Calm not waiting at all. And now Calm using this one Scourge to really just force GoRush to micro and just being a nuisance as much as he can. But it's very, very lucky for GoRush that his Mutalisk didn't pop even just 2 seconds later. Because if Calm's Scourge get there, GoRush would have lost his first 2 Mutalisks, 2 out of those first 3 Mutalisks, and that is painful, painful, painful. If you're a Protoss player, you know that losing your first 2 Scourge or Corsairs to Scourge is just absolutely devastating. And on the same level, that is more devastating to lose your first couple Mutalisks. And GoRush actually killing off his own Zergling since he has that Sunken Colony. He wants that extra psi room to produce a couple more Mutalisks and maybe even another batch of Zergs. And it looks like GoRush deciding here to go on the offensive, going to try and take out. Do some damage to Calm here. Calm's got a decent Mutalisk force though, and he's got some Scourge as well. Both players have Scourge. Both players microing very, very well against the Scourge. I don't think anyone's hit yet, and Calm is going to be okay. Yeah, I don't think either player's really managed to hit yet with Scourge, and Calm hitting once with Scourge on GoRush, and both players I think are going to be streaming Scourge in here, and Calm's got Scourge coming out now, and GoRush being forced to retreat, but I think he's going to collect some more Scourge. Yeah, he is, and he's going to be jumping right back into this. Going to come in here and try and do some more damage to these Mutalisks. Both players microing like crazy. I think GoRush might have lost another Mutalisk there to a Scourge, and it looks like Mutalisks are Scourge are landing for both players, and both players are just hitting, and GoRush landing another Mutalisk or another Scourge on Calm's Mutalisk, and this is absolutely crazy, folks. I think Calm has a Mutalisk advantage, though. Yeah, I think Calm has a Mutalisk advantage, and almost all of GoRush's Mutalisks are very, very heavily damaged, and Calm's hitting some Zerglings also into GoRush's base, and if they're waiting at the bottom of the ring, if they could go up that ramp, they might actually be able to do damage to that hatchery, maybe take out a drone or two before it's all before that Sunken Colony comes into range, and GoRush actually taking down a drone of Calm as well, might actually be able to get a second drone. Coming very, very close here, and now GoRush being forced to retreat as Mutalisk. What? GoRush GG. What? I'm really surprised. To be honest, I think he could have stayed in that. I mean, technically, yeah. He didn't lose the Mutalisk battle outright, but he wasn't doing as much damage as he needed to. But I don't think he was out of it. He had Zerglings coming in, more Zerglings than I'm very surprised that he GG'd so quickly. Normally you'll see players wait a little bit longer, at least try and keep their wait until their Mutalisks die. But I guess he decided that Calm had too much of an advantage, too much of a gas advantage, was going to be able to pump Mutalisk and Scourge too heavily for him, and decided that he just couldn't hold up, so he just GG'd a little bit early in my opinion, but probably... Yeah, I don't think he was likely to come back from that, but still, it was a little bit surprising to see him GG so early. But Calm, I guess, is going to take this win, On Outsider, that gives STX a 1-0 lead over Air Force Ace. And we're going to head to the second set on Moonglaive between Washington and Ruby. It's going to be a TVT. We've seen a lot of TVTs on this map. I've casted 2 already, so this is going to be my 3rd TVT on Moonglaive. Should be a lot of fun. Both the previous games have been very, very exciting, so hopefully we'll have another match that can be as exciting as the last couple on Moonglaive. I will see you there, Washington Ruby.